A $60 rod and a $250 rod rolled from the same grade of Korean carbon fiber, not a similar grade. Not a comparable grade. The same 40 million modulus prepreg from the same suppliers, in some cases on the same factory floor in Busan, South Korea, that's number 1 on this list. And once you see how the rod aisle actually works, you'll never look at that tackle shop wall the same way again. Here's what rod builders know that most anglers walking into Bass Pro never will. 2 factories in South Korea, JS Company and NS Black Hole, roll the blanks that end up under more brand names than I can fit on screen. 3 Korean prepreg companies, Hankook Carbon, SK Chemical, and Hyosung, sell the same carbon cloth to all of them. Different logo on the grip, different price on the rack, same material on the mandrel. 5 brands. On this list, made a calculated decision to charge you 2 to 4 times what that blank is actually worth. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 rod brands collecting the biggest brand tax in the aisle, the 2 that actually earn their premium, and the 1 insider question that explains why your $170 rod feels identical to your buddy's $70 rod. Number 1. Fenwick. If you're over 40, you remember what this name used to mean. The Tacoma, Washington factory. The fiberglass legends your dad fished. Here's what that name is worth now. Fenwick is owned by Pure Fishing, which is owned by Sycamore Partners, a private equity firm out of New York. The HMG series, Fenwick's mid-tier flagship, is not made in Tacoma, not made in America. It's made by Grays, a Hardy subsidiary in China. You're paying $130 to $170 for a Chinese rolled carbon blank with a legacy American name screen printed on it. Fishing forum users figured this out years ago. Fenwick stopped making rods decades ago. What we call Fenwick today is Grays making rods in China and branding them for the American market. The brand outlasted the factory by 20 years. That's number 1. We haven't started yet. The brand tax on a rod costs you $190. The same brand tax on a boat costs you $40,000. And the dealer is counting on you not knowing how the math works. The dealer decoded playbook inside the bilge files tears that math apart. Every invented fee, every rate markup, every financing trick that turns a $35,000 boat into a $78,000 signature. 6 guides, $19.99, one time. Scan the QR code on screen or hit the link in the description and pinned comment. Number 2, Dobyns, specifically the Champion XP, $250 to $280 per rod. It's a nice rod, I won't pretend otherwise. But here's what Dobyns leaves off the hang tag. Those blanks are rolled in South Korea using Toray carbon, then shipped to China for final assembly. Guides, grips, wraps, boxing, all Chinese assembly, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is pricing it like it was rolled and finished in Park Falls, Wisconsin. Forum users on BBC boards did the math everyone in the rod community has been quietly doing. The Champion series should be $150 to $165, and the Extreme should be around $200 to $215. That's where the country of origin puts it. Dobyns charges US-made prices on a rod that moves between Korea and China. That gap is the brand tax. Number 3, Abu Garcia Veritas. Now pay attention, because this connects to number 1, same parent company as Fenwick, Pure Fishing. Same private equity owner, Sycamore Partners. The Veritas runs $100 to $160 and it pulls from the same Asian OEM pool as everything else at that price. 2 of the first 3 brands on this list are owned by the same private equity firm making the same sourcing decisions under different logos. That's not a coincidence. That's a portfolio strategy. Drop in the comments which one surprised you most. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't about telling you what to buy. It's about showing you what they hoped you'd never look up. Subscribe and hit the bell. Number 4, Lews, the Custom Pro and Tournament Pro lines. $100 to $200, manufactured by Doyo in Korea and China. The same Doyo facility building rods and reels for several brand names you'd recognize on that same rack. The blank under that shrink wrap isn't proprietary Lews technology. It's a Korean or Chinese OEM blank dressed in Lews tournament graphics. The premium is the name on the rod sock. Number 5, and this one's going to make people uncomfortable. G. Loomis, not the NRX Plus, not the Asquith. Those are US rolled and Japan rolled masterpieces that earn their price. I'm talking about the E6X and the IMX Pro, the mid-tier lineup that runs $200 to $350. At that price, you're in St. Croix legend territory. A rod rolled on proprietary mandrels in Wisconsin. The Loomis mid-tier isn't giving you Woodland, Washington labor or Kumamoto, Japan engineering. It's giving you the Loomis logo at a premium that the flagship earned and the mid-range inherited. Sit with that for a second. And before we get to the brands that actually deserve your money, you need to understand the one term the industry uses to keep all of this invisible: IM7. You see it stamped on $60 rods and $300 rods. It sounds like a specification. It's not. Gary Loomis himself, the founder of G. Loomis, has said publicly that IM6, IM7, and IM8 are old Hexcel Corporation trade numbers, not an industry standard. One company's IM7 might be 40 million modulus, another's might be 38. When two rods both say IM7 and one costs 4 times the other, that label is not telling you they're the same. But it's not telling you they're different, either. That ambiguity is the foundation the entire brand tax is built on. That's the list. And I want to be honest before we move forward, the point was never to scare you out of the rod aisle. The point was to show you where the markup lives and where it doesn't. 2 made the cut. The first is Cast King, specifically the Speed Demon Pro, $109. Fuji guides, Fuji reel seat, wind grips, one-piece blank, Chinese made, and Cast King says so on their own website. Wired Two Fish's publisher reviewed the swimbait model and said he'd recommend it to anyone in that $100 range. Honest caveat: Cast King still won't disclose which factory rolls their blanks. The day they do, they'll be the most transparent budget rod company in the market. They're not there yet, but they're not pretending to be something they're not either. The second is St. Croix. Here's why. St. Croix rolls their Legend, Avid, and Premier blanks in Park Falls, Wisconsin on proprietary mandrels using their own SC3I, SCIV+, and SCV carbon. They own the rolling operation top to bottom. And then they did something nobody else in the industry has done. They launched Rod Geeks, a subsidiary that sells the exact same blanks used in finished St. Croix rods, with a public chart mapping every blank to the St. Croix model it appears in. That is radical transparency in an industry built on secrecy. The Mojo Bass Trigon starts at $175. The Legend Tournament is US rolled. Both carry a 5-year transferable warranty. Honest caveat: the Triumph and lower Mojo lines are Mexican rolled, not Wisconsin. Know which tier you're buying, but St. Croix is the benchmark for showing you exactly what your money buys. You now know something most anglers standing in the rod aisle right now don't know. 2 Korean factories, 3 prepreg suppliers, dozens of brand names, and the logo on the grip is the single biggest variable in the price. Not the carbon, not the modulus, not the engineering. The brand tax is real, and now that you can see it, you can stop paying it. Next time you're holding 2 rods and one costs 3 times more than the other, ask one question: where was this blank actually rolled? If nobody at the counter can answer that, the silence tells you everything. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these 2 videos, so tap the one that grabs you. And if you made it all the way to the end of this one, hit subscribe. We do this every week, and the list never gets shorter.